Hello everybody, I'm SnipingIsFun. In today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys another whole video that's related to the PS3 360 fanboys that hate on the Wii, hate on Nintendo in general, about the Wii, about the fanboys, about these fanboys' opinions and why they think it's real or it's what everyone else thinks or that it's the truth or so when it's actually just their opinion or so. And I was going to do this video back on the day when I did do the whole PS3 360 fanboys are hypocrites when it comes to the Wii's shovelware. But I didn't do it. I was going to do it the last couple of days. I ended up not doing it. I did it today, and here we go. My last video was about PS3 360 fanboys that are hypocrites when it comes to the Wii's shovelware, and this is the truth because for anyone out there who hasn't seen my video yet, because they think the Wii's the only system out there that gets shovelware, but in fact every system has ever gotten shovelware, from the NES to the PS3 to the Nintendo 64 to the PS1 to the PS2 to the GameCube and whatnot. Always got some shovelware, and in my video I explained the PS2. And these people out there are saying that since the Wii only gets this shovelware, that it makes the entire system look bad and makes every other game on it horrible, and that's why I say the system sucks. But you can say the same thing about the PS2 because the PS2 also gets those games based off cartoons, like the Dora the Explorer games and the learning games that you would see someone like a toddler probably play. Because I've certainly seen them there. And like licensed games based off movies, which most of the time are kind of bad. And basically like minigame collections and games that you just know were just put out there for a certain market and whatnot. But these PS3 fanboys say that's why the Wii sucks because of that stuff, but they don't take into account all of the great games on the Wii, like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Red Steel 2, Monster Hunter Tri, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, No More Heroes series, the first one and the second one, Mad World, The Conduit, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Punch-Out, Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, etc., etc., etc. It has good games on it. The same thing can be said about every other console out there. You can't just base a system off the shovelware it gets. And that's all I can say about that. But that's not what today's topic is about. Today's topic is about, I heard someone say this topic, and I've heard people say variations of it, but this certain fanboy, I forgot his name now. I seen it on some video on YouTube, or was it on some page on the IGN? I think it was a YouTube video, yeah. That the Wii only gets about 3 to 4 good games a year. And even some people say it gets none. And to those people, no one cares what you think because everyone knows that you're wrong and you're making yourself sound like an idiot. But these 3 to 4 games, it's not true because I went online, I looked at the games when they came out. The years aren't 100% certain because some games came out certain years in other countries and were released later on, like Monster Hunter Tri, Arc Rise, Fantasia, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, etc., etc., but they're within the same range or so. And I found way more than 3 or 4 games a year. Anyways, before I even go on to the list, you can't say much different about the PS3 360 or any other old consoles. Not saying 3 to 4 per se the number, but every system only gets a couple of good games a year. You can't say every single game on the PS3 360 are the almighty gaming lords of gamingness and that they're epically awesome or everything, because they're not. There's only some of them are. But the same thing can be said about the Wii. Not every game on the Wii is awesome, but there's a lot that are. The Tatsunokos, the Marios, the Zeldas, the Kirbys, the Punch-Outs, all the third-party support that's good, and the great first-party support. Nintendo's franchises are awesome. But the same thing can be said about any console. Not every game it doesn't get all these great games a year. It gets all the good to great games, and then all the okay/decent games to good. Every system gets it. Back to the list now. I wrote these down, and let's see where we go from there. In 2006, the Wii got Excite Truck, it got Legends of the Twilight Princess, it got Wii Sports, it got the first Red Steel, which was still a pretty decent game. It got Metal Slug Anthology, it got Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam, Pokemon Battle Revolution, which is about 7 games right there, beats the so-called 3 to 4. In 2007, there's Mario Galaxy 1, No More Heroes 1, Resident Evil 4, the first My Sims, which I have to admit, the first My Sims was a pretty good game. Maybe the series is kind of going downhill because, I don't know, I just think the games aren't as good, but the first one was pretty good. Metroid Prime 3, Medal of Honor Heroes 2, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Bomberman Land Wii, Battalion Wars 2, Mario Party 8, Trauma Center New Blood, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, and the first MLB Power Pros. And that was 13 right there. Totally defeats the whole 3 to 4 idea. In 2008, there was Boom Blocks, The Blob, Klonoa, Mario Kart Wii, Rune Factory Frontier, Sama de Amigo, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Last Works, and MLB Power Pros in 2008, which was 9. In 2009, there was Japan got Arc Rise Fantasia, I think, in 2009, so it counts for them there. Dead Space Extraction, Excitebots, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Crystal Bears, Grand Slam Tennis, Marin Massive, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Punch-Out, Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, Wii Sports Resort, which is 10. In 2010, there was Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, which in Japan it came out in 2009, and an updated version came out everywhere in 2010. Monster Hunter Tri, which came out in 2009 in Japan, but everywhere else pretty much got a version after that, an updated version slightly. Donkey Kong Country Returns comes out later this year. Epic Mickey comes out later this year. Kirby's Epic Yarn comes out later this year. And Metro Other M comes out like this month or so, or next month or so. NBA Jam, which may not be exclusive anymore, but the Wii still does get the major version, the full version with everything in it. The PS3 and 360 only get a version of the game with a couple of modes on NBA Elite 2011. Not saying that's a bad thing, but the Wii does get the so-called better version because it gets more features into it, although some people probably won't care, but whatever. No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle came out this year. Red Steel 2 came out this year. I think Silent Hill Shattered Memory came out this year, or it might come out in 2009. I forgot about that when it actually came out. Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out this year. Trauma Team came out this year, and so far only in Japan we've seen Wii Party, which looks like it's going to be quite fun, and within the next month or two we'll probably see it here, or sometime in the fall maybe. In 2011, what are we going to see? We're going to definitely be seeing Zelda Skyward Sword. We might be seeing Dragon Quest X, or that might be a 2012 game. And Mario Sports Mix is supposed to be 2011, but it might be 2010. And that looks like it's going to be a decent game too. And for that 2010, the list came out to 13, and for this, so far it's 3. But that's only because we don't know anything that's going to be coming out in 2011 yet, or even 2012. And so I added this all up, and that's about 55 games, and that's not including all the ones I forgot. And I will be putting annotations on this video of games I forgot that were good. That doesn't include all the WiiWare games that came out, like the Excite Bike World Rally, or the Bomberman game, or Final Fantasy for the After Years, or Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a King, or a Dark Lord, and Dr. Mario and Tetris and everything. And it doesn't include all the games that were put on Virtual Console, which some games people didn't even play because of the Japanese imports and whatnot. They weren't able to play in the past. So you can't tell me that the Wii only gets a couple of good games a year, because it doesn't. I just gave you a list right there that literally disproves that idea. And you fanboys out there, just saying, the Wii gets good games a year. It gets a lot of good games a year, just like it gets as many good games a year, if not more sometimes, than the other consoles. And that's my opinion. I hope you guys liked it. In the comments, please put if you put a comment if you agree with me or disagree with me. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys have a nice day. And before I end this video, I want to show you one quick thing for my wrestling fans out there. I know I haven't been doing much wrestling stuff lately, but don't worry guys, you'll be seeing some stuff eventually. I got this yesterday from 7-Eleven. It's the Randy Orton SummerSlam Big Gulp Slurpee Cup. Just wanted to show you guys this. And for you guys out there that love my storylines and actually like my storylines and are fans of them, I will eventually be bringing something out again. I'm sorry I haven't brought nothing out. I said June, July, but I didn't do it. I'm still working. I'm going to eventually be working on it. But I've been doing other videos, and eventually I'll get to it. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about it, and I'm not totally ending the storylines. I'll eventually bring it back. And also, but besides just that, wrestling-wise, I'm going to be reading out my Angry Video Game Nerd versus Insane Game Geek and SmackDown for 2010 sometime this week. I said I was going to do it last week, but I didn't do it. Sometime this week for sure, though. And I'm going to be bringing out another top 10 list within the next week. I'm probably going to be doing Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance. And I'm going to be eventually working on my game design videos. And that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. Hope you guys like this video. Please comment. Please subscribe. Hope you guys have a nice day, and see you guys later.